Sure. And Elliot has engaged 2 clients, $5,000 each in the last week. Congratulations, Elliot.
Yeah, thanks. It's pretty wild. Zero price resistance too. It's crazy. Just
Fantastic.
yeah, follow
Now,
your script works. The whole thing
yeah,
works.
so just to say a little bit about that, you tried some engagements not following the script before you followed the script. Did I see that in the forum that was the case?
Yeah, it was like night and day. Because when we had just bought in to New Law Business Model, I just happened to have clients from me posting a lot of video content just for months prior that finally started saying, hey, I want to talk to you about this. So I didn't even have time to like really adequately get through the modules about how to run a proper family wealth planning session. So I ran 2 sessions kind of, my way in essence, from what I could sort of glean. But there's no like, hey, credit card to secure your appointment.
Yeah.
There was no inventory and assessment sent prior to, so that there's actual buy-in and you have real facts and data to work with in the planning session. There was no firm story. I had zero. There was no firm story that I had to adequately show, hey, like the traditional way that estate planning works. Yeah. Here's my own father's probate horror story, and this is like what's the consequences could be. There was no like, hey, probate versus an estate costs, which one is the worst to you that you would most want to avoid? Yeah. Don't worry, we can take care of all that. There's none of that. There's no packages. But then, so those 2, sure enough, they all ended with, I'll think about it, let's do this later, or something like that. But then the next 2 was 100% to the T, everything from the intake call, for 15 minutes to get them to actually have buy-in to the 2-hour family wealth planning session. And then, sending the pre-meeting packet, priority mailer, and online. And then actually getting that information back 3 business days prior to, and then me, taking the time and doing my due diligence and literally just watching your, like, in the background on a daily basis, especially in my commutes to and from the office, just hearing you run through the family wealth planning session live role play. That's especially the second one, and then actually crafting my firm story, which Chris kind of helped me like really realize, and then just running it the way you do it. Just everything from like how to open, firm story, let's shift the conversation to you, let's talk about the people most important, your kids, and then just kind of going from there to let's talk about the consequences to your assets, probate costs, estate tax costs, let's talk about your current plan and how that all fits into this. And then taking them through the 3 steps. Here's what's going to happen. Here's the family wealth planning session. This is the signing meeting. This is the binder presentation meeting. Does that all make sense? Yeah, great. Well, all we have to do to get this done is choose one of these plans, help them take out the will plan. So trust or wealth, which one makes the most sense? Look, I mean, if the $2,000, if you have the time, why don't you save yourself $2,000? You could always have me do it later. You want to do trust? Great. And then there's no price resistance on both of these. And I'm just like, really? Like, because in my mind, of course, like I just keep going, but I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, you cannot be kidding me. This is great. And we just roll, and then we just roll into these, these questions, question 1, question 2 in the plan design phase. And then they'll tell you which one's most important to them. And then, you just finalize it out, get them to commit to a signing date 4 weeks out, and then another binder presentation, really the final meeting date thereafter. And then it's all, I mean, literally, like, I think the firm story, honestly, you're right, because you actually specifically write in, like, you don't really, there's not too many places you say to do this, but when you're like, practice your firm story, I totally see why, because that literally is you opening and setting the frame of the entire sales meeting